welcome back to our channel. Today we're in Rome, Italy. We travelled here from Matera by train and we stayed in the area called Trastevere, which was a very lovely part of Rome, which was full of nightlife, restaurants. You can see here that there's a busker here in this middle of this square, and he was just going for it, and everyone was dancing, singing along, and it was just brilliant to stop and watch. And they were all locals. Everyone seems to have a good time in Rome. Everyone is walking around at night, any night of the week. They're having dinner, they're staying out for drinks, they stay out late. Obviously Fridays and Saturdays are bigger, but it was just full of nightlife, and Trastevere was very common for the young people to be around, and there's plenty of good restaurants there. It was so much fun. So if you like to have everything around you, food, restaurants, people, nightlife, Trastevere is a very good option. I highly recommend it. As you can see, the food in Rome is what basically you come here for, I'm sure. It is spectacular. You can't go wrong. Your pastas, pizzas, all sorts of foods, the desserts, they're amazing. Don't be shy in trying everything. So we took a bus that sort of does a loop around the city and stops at a few things, stops at all your favourite attractions, and you can get off and on, and it just, it's a good way of seeing the place and getting the layout. No tuk-tuks in Rome, unfortunately. There probably is, but we didn't see any. There's plenty of places to see, to stop at, all the ancient buildings. Just walking, you'll find that the Pantheon, you just come upon it, you round a corner and there's some ancient building there that, is spectacular, and it's ideal to start in the mornings. Get up as early as you can and just go walking. It's a lot less quieter and a lot less busier, I should say, and you'll find little gems. Like we came across this farmer's market which had the most beautiful produce. Just buy an apple and taste it, buy a tomato and taste it. It's just delightful. Just walking the cobblestone streets, the alleyways, it's just a delight. The Trevi Fountain, we went there early. Like I think we got there at 7:30. Still a bit of a crowd, but it was heating up by then, and the crowds would have been worse a little bit later. We just spent the day walking around. Like I said, there's so much to see and do in Rome. You cannot be bored. Just get up and start walking, and if you get lost, grab a taxi and come home. The Colosseum. You cannot visit Rome and not see the Colosseum if you haven't seen it before. It is magnificent, it is outstanding, and just to see, and you can almost feel the history oozing from it and imagining what went on, so many years ago. Today was very hot. This wasn't even in summer, this was in early May, so I could only imagine what it would be in the height of summer. We didn't actually go inside because the tickets were too hard to get and it was just too much, so we didn't get to see inside. We did stop across at a bar and had a quiet drink just because it was quite warm this day and there's no shade. You can walk around it, you can walk in it. It is a beautiful sight to see, and you must do it at least once. The Vatican, the amazing Vatican. We went to the Vatican. We actually did a tour, which was early in the morning. We were there first, lining up, so the crowds were less. By the time we left the Vatican, the crowds were really, the lineups to get into St. Peter's Basilica were crazy. So I'd highly recommend getting up early, be the first one in line if you don't have a tour, or organise a tour and get there first. And they can take you on the places, they can point out things, so you're not wasting time seeing things that you don't really necessarily need to see, or if you just want to see the basics. This was absolutely gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I think the Pope lives up there in one of the windows. This was just breathtaking. You have to see it. Make the effort to get up early and go see the Vatican. Of course, that's if you're interested. It was just truly an amazing thing to see, regardless of your religion, what you believe in, what you don't believe in. Just to appreciate the artwork and the history is just an amazing, and I highly recommend making the effort to go and see the Vatican. We stayed only a few days in Rome, but you could easily stay a week. We didn't get to see a lot of things that we wanted to see. There's plenty of places just outside Rome that we would have liked to explore, but just for time, we just didn't get to see it. It was over before we know it, and it was time to go home. So it's up to you if you just want to hit Rome and see the top things like the Colosseum, the Pantheon and the Vatican, or you actually want to sit back and take in the whole grittiness of Rome and really explore it. Being mindful that Rome is obviously a busy metropolitan city, and the traffic is actually quite terrible. It's not uncommon to sit in traffic for half an hour just for a 10-minute drive. But, there's plenty of things to see and do. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.